and welcome back to another episode of Easy as That. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to fully set up this Kmart Anko Virtual 7.1 gaming headset. Now it works with PC, Xbox One and PS4. However, I will still show you how to set it up with an older model Xbox like a 360 and of course a Nintendo Switch. Let's get it open. Alright. Now first up here, of course, we have the headphones. But first we can take out all this. As you can see, the headphones look like this. Once we've removed some more plastic, you'll find this box. Now inside this box here, we have the instructions, which you won't need because I'll be explaining everything in today's video, except you might need the warranty that's on the back, 12 months. Next up, we have this disc. Next up here, we've got a two-way headphone jack. This plugs right in next to this on your control panel. Now this is if you'd like to connect it to something without the USB included, let's say an iPad. Now this cable right here is 2.3 meters long. Now it's also important that you know that when connected via USB, these will light up and so will the end of this microphone. Okay, now let's move straight into setup. If you'd like to connect it using this jack here, just grab your device and plug it right in. However, many of the newer phones, especially iPhones, don't actually have this input and they just have their charging input. Now, if this is the case for you, I'll put a link in the description for Apple iPhones that makes the lightning cable, which is what you charge it from, turn into an adapter for this. Now, if you'd like to connect these headphones to a computer, PC or Mac, simply grab your USB input and plug it straight in. Now, if you don't have a USB input for some reason, or they're all full, you can also just use this adapter if your computer, Mac or PC does have one. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to set this up with an Xbox 360, Xbox One, or even an Xbox X. With an Xbox One or an Xbox X, you're going to need to grab your cord, locate this bit on your controller, and plug it straight in. I don't actually have an Xbox One, but it should be there. Now, if you do have an older Xbox One, then you might need to buy an adapter. But let's say if you don't want to buy an adapter, you can look on the back of your Xbox and you should find a cord input that says AV. You can just plug the headphones in there. Now if you do this, it will save you having to buy an adapter if you can't connect it via your controller. There might be sound still coming out of your TV as well as your headphones though. So if this is the case, just mute your TV volume. Now if you'd like, you can also plug the USB in. Still works the same. However, if you do use a USB, your lights will turn on. If you are using an Xbox 360, you can just connect it this way as well, with the USB or the headphone jack in. However, you can't connect it via the controller. Now, I don't actually have a PS4 or a PS5, but if you do and you'd like to connect these headphones to it, grab your USB input and plug it into the slots shown on screen. You can choose any of them. Now, if you'd like to connect this to your Nintendo Switch in handheld mode, once again, just grab your headphone jack and plug it right in. Now, if you'd like to connect it to your Nintendo Switch while it's in the dock, you can do the same. Or if you'd like the lights on the headphones to light up, you can plug it in the USB ports here. Now, normally in this part of the video, I'd show you how to adjust the headphone size. However, these are auto adjust. When you put your head on, this automatically stretches to your size. Now that we've finished setting up these headphones with these consoles, if you find that the volume output is either too low or too high, you can simply scroll here to change it. Now, if this doesn't change much, you can go into the console sound settings and manually turn it up. Now this is what the headphones look like when they glow. Now it's important that you know that they only glow when connected via USB. Okay, and now it's time for me to show you the microphone quality of these headphones and even compare it to a cheaper model and a more expensive model. Let's start off with the Kmart Anko brand $35 headset. Now, I've already done a review on this on my channel, and this microphone quality was absolutely amazing. Now for the more expensive headphones, we have these Beats Studio 3s. Now, these are usually meant for listening to music and not as much used for their microphone. However, I do want to show you how the quality differs as you go up in price and how sometimes that's not for the better. Now, these headphones are $450, a substantial amount more than the $45 ones I'm reviewing. This is what I'd sound like if I was on a call to you or playing a game with you with the red and black $35 Kmart headphones. This is what I'd sound like if I was on a call to you or playing a game with you with the black and green $45 headphones. And finally, this is what I'd sound like if I was on a call to you or playing a game with you with the $450 Beats Studio 3s. Alright, now this is my thoughts on how these headphones went. First here, the best, we have the cheaper ones, the ones I'm reviewing, and then of course the more expensive ones. Now you might be asking, why are the more expensive ones at the back? Well, they are normally just used for listening to music. However, they did add a microphone, but it's not really meant for gaming. However, these are designed for it. Now this order of microphone quality might be completely different to you. If it is, comment it down below and I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you think that these headphones did. Alright, let's narrow this down a bit. Let's compare the headphones I'm reviewing to these Beats a bit more. Now in some ways, I think that these are actually pretty equal. If you ask me, the Beats are comfy and have pretty good audio quality. Just like these, they are comfy and they have pretty good audio quality. However, that's not as good as the Beats. But the microphone quality is as good. So it has some disadvantages, just like the Beats, and the Beats have some advantages, just like these headphones. So the headphones I'm reviewing and the Beats are both good at different things. Okay, now let's compare these two headsets here that are both Kmart Anko brand. Now you might be wondering, why are the headphones I'm reviewing more expensive if they have a worse microphone quality than the cheaper ones? Well, here's why. They're actually a lot larger, have an adjustable head strap, are more comfy, and also come with a software for your computer. Now this completely proves that in headphones, the value doesn't always go up with the money. Now I've been playing some online games with my friends to test out the microphone quality of these headphones, and they said it was pretty good, but it wasn't as good as the $35 headset that I've also reviewed. Now it's very important that when you want to use the mic, you turn it on, and that this bar is over here, or else you'll just have your normal device microphone activated. Now, as you can see here, we've also got the basic PC controls, but you can find more of the more technical controls in the instructions. Alright, and now it's time for the part of the video where I discuss any problems I had with this product and give it an overall review. Now, if you are just going to buy these because the LEDs look really nice on the side and on the microphone, you need to keep in mind that they'll only light up when connected via USB, and not this headphone jack input, as it doesn't supply enough power. Now let's talk about this cord. I think sometimes when I was playing on a console, it was great because it really gave me that length that I needed to be able to use the microphone and headset while still being able to sit on the couch and not right up next to the TV. However, it was a bit annoying when you just wanted to watch some YouTube with these and you had 2.3 meters length of cable sitting right next to you. So whether you like these long cables really depends on what you're going to use them for. Okay, now let's discuss comfort. Now, these are technically over ear. However, they don't actually go this far back as they look. They only go up to around here, and the rest is just the speaker mechanics. Now, I did still think that they were very comfy, especially this cushioned headpiece here. Okay, now let's talk about value for money. In my opinion, their comfort is actually better than these other ones I've reviewed, which are the ones that are $10 less. However, the microphone quality of the cheaper ones were a bit better. So they scored about average in value for money, if not a little worse, because when you go up in price, you expect to get all things upgraded. Or at least some things staying the same, some things getting better, and definitely not some things getting worse. Now if we talk about sound quality, I'd say that these are actually pretty decent, if not a bit better, for a $45 pair of headphones. I found no delay between what the people's mouths were doing and what the audio came out of these headphones was. Now in terms of aesthetics, I think that these look like they are more than $45, especially with these big chunky earpieces here. And as I demoed earlier, I think that the lights looked really cool. Now in terms of setup with everything but a PC, I think that these are pretty easy, mainly just plug in and play. However, if you did want to use the software on the PC, it got a little harder, as you had to learn how to navigate the software and download it through a disk. and it was a bit annoying how it wasn't available to Mac users. So this is why I'm giving this Kmart Anko Virtual 7.1 gaming headset a 3.5 stars out of 5. And now the question is, do I recommend you buy these? Well, if you're more comfort based and you don't really care too much about the microphone quality, this is the headset for you. But if you do care more about microphone quality like me, I suggest buying the $35 ones. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you need any more help, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You can also help me out by subscribing for free so I can keep on helping you. Until next time, this has been easy as that. See ya!